So, over the past couple of months, since the beginning of December, I've been through a lot, and I know everyone has, but me in particular, as a content creator, I've actually had to try and change my content up completely. So, I can't really rant on here anymore because it was causing, people to have a go at me. I can't really talk about anything that's happened to me in the past in case, because I'm worried that it might trigger welfare checks again and people to get in touch with my local council. So I'm having to be really careful about what I post. So I changed my content when I stayed at my uncle's, where I was doing shop with me's and hauls. And I was actually doing hauls before I went to my uncle's, but I was getting in a lot of sort of trouble before doing the hauls when I went to my uncle's, because on Black Friday I went out and I called it self-care because I treated myself to some expensive makeup, and I called it self-care because I don't normally treat myself. So this was a treat. Although expensive, it was a treat. So I thought I'd get a lot of support, and I did, but I also got a lot of backlash because I'm spending a lot on. I spent a lot on makeup and perfume and things, and I'm saying, yeah, but I don't really treat myself, and if I do, it's after a long time. I'm very indecisive, you see. So if I treat myself, or if I don't treat myself, I'll just spend it on coins on TikTok, supporting my friends. So there's that. But let's get back onto the welfare checks. The first one happened about 11:30 on I think it was a Sunday night in December. I was on live. My mum and my brother came up, said, "Can you come down a minute?" And I said, they said the police are here. And I was absolutely terrified, thinking I'd done something wrong. I went down to talk to them, and I stood in my kitchen, and my legs were shaking. So, as you can imagine, that was really scary for me. Things were alright for about a month, and I carried on with my TikTok. And basically, all the first two policemen, man and woman, came for were because of a post that I posted 2 months before, about something that I won't go into, but that's what they came for. Things went okay for about another just over a month, when this time it was early in the morning, a policeman came. This one was actually not to tell me to give up TikTok, because that's what these people wanted me to do. But what he did say is he gave me some leaflets on being scammed, because at that time I was using my page to let people know that not to fall for the scams of fake celebrities and content creators, because it's something that I'd been through, and I hasten to add had been through in 2022. I didn't think that was a problem, and I thought, right, so people are going to listen, and they're going to hear the fact that I have been scammed. I was scammed, and I had been, but they didn't see it like that. obviously probably thought I was still being scammed and still in the scam, which I'm not. I haven't been for over 3 years. So that's okay. But in the end, it got a bit much for me, so I had to go to my uncle's. I went to my uncle's for a week just to think up some new content ideas and things like that. They liked the fact that I was at my uncle's, but the problem came when I got home. Basically, they were saying I should have stayed at my uncle's and I should live with my uncle, which isn't a problem, but I just, you know, it's nice that they think like that, but I don't know. So the next thing is, I do these eat with me videos, right? I see a lot of people do them and a lot of people get bad comments and whatever. I've seen much worse of eat with me videos where they have they might have a Popeyes or whatever, and or a Raising Cane's, and they just take a chicken tender out. They just take a chicken tender out the packet. They dunk the whole thing in the sauce. They put it in their mouth, and the sauce drips down. I got backlash for that before. I think it was before Christmas when I had a cheesy chicken burger from Popeyes, where obviously it had melted cheese and it had a lot of sauce in it, and that day they didn't give me any serviettes, and I also didn't have a towel near me, so I had to go and find one. But I did find a towel to wipe my face, because I know that's what people don't like. So, you know, I can't win. I do eating videos as a new part of my content, and people don't like it. I did a haul video at my uncle's, and bearing in mind we already had food to cook, this was about the last day or two that I was there, and I did a shopping haul, and there was a lot of food, but there was a lot of snacks as well. There was a lot of chocolate and popcorn and things like that. And instead of saying enjoy, people were saying there's a lot of snacks there. I've never seen a haul of just snacks. So yeah, I have been through a lot over the last month or so, but I'm using it to my advantage, and I'm gonna let it build me into a stronger person. Okay guys, thank you for listening. Bye.